This is day 47 of the Gaza-Israel conflict is ongoing. The struggle along Israel's northern border with Syria and Lebanon persists. Hezbollah appears weakened due to relentless Israeli attacks on missile launchers, weapons caches, and various locations in Lebanon. Iran, Hezbollah's primary ally, attempts to supply more weapons through Syria. The Israeli and U.S. Air Forces monitor Syrian skies, identifying weapons stockpiles, weapons convoys, and an airfield used by Iran to transport ammunition, including long-range missiles to Hezbollah in Lebanon. With U.S. support, the Israeli Air Force destroyed the airfield, neutralizing all terrorists present. In a separate incident, the U.S. Air Force spotted a convoy disguised as UN humanitarian trucks. Israeli intelligence revealed these trucks, transporting long-range missiles to Hezbollah, were not sent by the United Nations. The convoy was destroyed, thwarting Iran's escalation plans. During attacks on Hezbollah leaders in Lebanese bunkers, the IDF neutralized multiple leaders. Hezbollah responded by sending 4 terror units, identified and neutralized by IDF forces as they retreated to bases and underground positions in Lebanon. The IDF also targeted and destroyed Hezbollah's command positions. Stay up to date with the latest developments here on the TCD channel. Additionally, tanks and a drone targeted an H-cell during an armed clash led by the Golani Brigade. Combat engineering forces from the 924th Battalion destroyed a Hamas tunnel shaft in the Bannon area of northern Gaza. IDF troops discovered a tunnel shaft in a mosque, and the 14th Brigade found a tunnel with weapons in a residential building. Meanwhile, following Israel's signing of a ceasefire agreement, Hamas launched an attack on Israeli soldiers in Gaza, creating a challenging situation for the Israeli forces. While some Israeli citizens initiated action against the agreement, relatives of the hostages, content with the deal, await the day they can reunite with their loved ones. The international community views the 4-day agreement as crucial for civilians in Gaza to escape the war zone. On the southern front, against Hamas in the Gaza Strip, Israeli forces are conducting fierce operations against Hamas militants in the Jabalia neighborhood. Hamas is using civilian locations and hospitals, such as the Indonesian hospital, as bases for its operations. IDF troops observed suspicious activity in a building next to the hospital, where Hamas terrorists disguised as Red Crescent humanitarian personnel were kidnapping civilians to use as human shields. After a 10-hour battle involving tanks and special units, the IDF successfully neutralized Hamas terrorists, rescued Palestinian civilians taken as hostages, and seized the underground weapons stockpile in Jabalia. In a previous deal between Hamas and Israel, 50 Israeli hostages were to be released for 150 Palestinian prisoners. Unfortunately, some Israeli hostages were found dead in Hamas captivity. The IDF calls for prayers for the safe release of Israeli hostages and continues its mission to eradicate Hamas. Pray for the safety of IDF soldiers and the peace of Jerusalem.